Hi, I'm Jeff Williams, California Corvair Parts Incorporated. Today we're talking with Barry Gramillion and covering the Silhouette 2 Space Coupe. Silhouette 2 Space Coupe was built by Bill Cushenberry, of course, back in the mid-60s, and started off life as a 1961 Chevrolet Corvair. This is a 61 Chevrolet Corvair front cross member. It's been shortened, and obviously we've done some chrome work, but it will be running drum brakes, and it's a matter of setting it up. Not so much for high performance, but in its original capacity, with the aluminum steering box in this area going up to the steering wheel in this area. And we're going to be developing where we're going to be running the hard lines for the brakes, where the master cylinder will be sitting. The steering gear, as I mentioned earlier, will be coming backwards with a column, and then the steering wheel will be in this area. So we need to develop where those components will be sitting, fabricate the proper supports and whatnot to hold all that in place, so we can then lay the body on top when it's finished. This is really a 65 140 engine. So Bill would have used the bigger engine because it was the best engine Chevrolet Corvair offered at the time. It has the 4 single 1 barrels. We put a 270 cam in it, and then we dressed it up. Obviously a lot of chrome work. We've rotated the carburetors, did custom linkage. We have a mini output polished alternator, the billet HEI distributor. It's running the Corvair lower control arms, and it's the early model Corvair swing axle design with drum brakes in the back. It's also coupled up with a Power Glide 2-speed transmission, very similar to the full-size Power Glide, but not the same. And then here we have a open differential, and then this would be the torque converter in this area. We also did a specialized road draft tube underneath. This is a road draft. The reason we put that in there is to keep the top of the engine clean, so that you didn't have any PCV up here polluting the top of the motor. The engine will give good performance. It's a 2-speed automatic, so it's easy to drive. There's the fuel feed line to the engine. So wherever we put our fuel system, we'll feed it right into this line, and this goes right to the fuel pump and feeds the engine with fuel. The accelerator linkage is operated here. There'll be a rod that comes down to the bell crank here on the transmission, and then there'll be a cable running from this forward to the gas pedal. This is also the kick down for the transmission, but also serves as the accelerator linkage pivot point. We also need to put in a Power Glide fill tube and a pan. Again, those items are out at the plater now, and once that's installed, you'll have a dipstick here for the Power Glide. So we're almost complete. We're moving on to the next phase. Body finished up, which is going to be spectacular. I can't wait to see what this looks like when it's laid on top. The engine showing, it's going to be unreal. It really is. I'm super excited.